Hey, Brownsville. Welcome back to another episode of Brownsville at Large. I'm your host, Tino Villarreal Jr. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting moments in our city's development. District 4, under the leadership of Commissioner Pedro Cardenas, currently has the most active construction project in the entire city of Brownsville. We're seeing major affordable housing redevelopments, historic building restorations, generational infrastructure upgrades, roadway construction, a booming nightlife scene, and a soon to be approved downtown Renaissance master plan. A historic joint city county PERS paving the way for the long awaited Riverfront project, and a transformational opportunity with the West Rail Trail in Brownsville, federally funded and approved fourth international bridge. A lot is happening, and no better person to talk about it with than with our very own Commissioner Pedro Cardenas for District 4. Commissioner Cardenas, welcome to the show. Commissioner Cardenas, thanks for joining me here at Brownsville at Large. As you know, last year we had the season 1 of the podcast, and the point of these podcasts is obviously to educate the public. A lot of people sometimes in the city of Brownsville, they don't really know what we're doing because they don't get on our website or they don't go and look up some information. And it's my honor to have you on the show because you represent District 4. This is your second term. And I can tell you that it is right now the most booming district in the city of Brownsville as far as infrastructure development, downtown renovation, downtown Renaissance master plan. And we're going to dive into all those things, but I want you to feel comfortable in the set. This is a new set, but it's got a little bit of everything from Brownsville. So just relax. We're having a conversation, me and you. I will touch upon a lot of the achievements that you've helped bring to District 4. But before we do that, let's break the ice. Season 2 starts with 21 questions with Tino. So these are rapid fire. Shoot them out. If you want to answer them, if you don't, I can move on. But I have 21 questions for you. So welcome to the show. Let's start right away with what's your go-to coffee order?
Well, thank you for having me here first. I like all the coffees. I'm a cappuccino guy. I like cappuccino with a splash of vanilla. Warbird, Seventh and Park, Nerve, Sip Society. I like them all. 956. The horchata one is great too.
Hot or iced?
Hot.
Hot.
Except for the horchata one, I like that one iced.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I think being a family man, you have to combine them. So you have to combine being a morning person with them, and then you got to do your night owl stuff as well. So I would say both.
Okay. If you could only eat one Brownsville taco spot forever, what would the Brownsville taco spot be?
Mi pueblito.
All right. What song instantly puts you in a good mood?
I don't know songs.
No songs?
No songs. I don't know
Like
'em.
if you're having a bad day, there's not a song that you go, that one puts a smile
I
on my
don't know
face.
the names of the songs or
Okay.
the artists.
Favorite childhood cartoon?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember cartoons right now.
Okay. What's one thing you wish more people knew about Brownsville?
Well, I think what we do. What you're doing here is extremely important. It's the ability to let people know what's going on. When you're involved in politics, you believe that everybody knows what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I think podcasts like these and what other people are doing out there is very crucial for us to continue to get the voice out and let them understand why we're doing things, what we're doing, and where we're trying to get to, which I think is the most important part. We shouldn't be nearsighted. We should be looking into the future.
Um, Describe yourself in one word.
Persistent.
What was your first job ever?
I was a a dishwasher at my dad's restaurant in Matamoros.
Um, would you rather be SPI Beach Day or a walk at Linear Park?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would have to go with SBI Beach Day.
Okay. Secret talent or anything close to it?
I'm pretty good with numbers.
Okay. Dinner with any historical figure. Who is it?
uh, I like to have dinner with, you know, that's a good one. Um, I can't answer that off the top of my head.
I would choose Marilyn Monroe.
That's a good pick too.
Um, what app do you use way too much?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Um, what's something that you're scared of?
Having our kids not be able to come back to our hometown because they can't find what they want to do for to live for. I think that's a scary thing. I would want them to stay out if they wanted to, but not have to stay because they can't come back.
Because they can't. If you weren't in public service, what else would you want to be doing?
I want to be an astronaut. I think that'd be pretty cool.
All right. Favorite movie of all time?
I like Braveheart.
Last thing that made you laugh really hard?
I had a dinner 2 nights ago with a judge from here from Brownsville and a good friend of mine, and I mean it was Friday night, and we just laughed it. I mean it was a good dinner.
It was a good dinner.
Good dinner.
What's your favorite comfort food?
Probably pizza.
What habit do you want to break but probably won't?
Smoking.
Dogs, cats, or neither?
I have to say both. We got all of them: dogs, cats, and
So, what would be the total? How many do you have?
I think I'm breaking the rules here in Brownsville, but it's 4 dogs and about 7 cats.
Okay. If you could be famous for something ridiculous, what would it be?
You know, maybe like that hot dog eating guy. That'd be pretty cool. The hot dog eating contest.
The champion over there in New
Yeah.
York. What's one thing people would be surprised to learn about you?
That we're very passionate on what we do. I think it's important for people to understand why we do things, and when there's so much passion behind what you're doing, I think that's very important.
That's 21 questions. So it's just an icebreaker.
All
So we
right.
could talk about now. Now let's dive into why I really invited you here. I think that with so much happening in your district, so just to kind of tell the viewers, District 4, can you outline like the territory?
So it's basically downtown from the bridges all the way up to San Pedro. So Rancho Viejo would be somewhere more people would understand. So from Rancho Viejo to downtown to the expressway with a couple of cutouts here and there.
Okay, so all of that side of the highway from Rancho all the way to the bridge.
Yeah, again, there's some cutouts, but
Sure.
most of it is.
I mean,
is-
just to give people a visual
yes.
of what District 4 is. So in that district right now, there's so many things going on. I'm going to start in downtown and then move our way to your baby, which is the old Highway 77. But let's start this way and move our way that way. Right now, currently, people don't know, but there is the groundbreaking the other day of the Buena Vista uh, neighborhood. Now, here's some key facts that people may not know. $65 million is the project cost, and $56.4 million came from 9% housing tax credits, $9 million from the state housing assistance. There's going to be 162 modern units, okay? Senior housing, family housing, and units for survivors of domestic violence, okay? The project replaces the outdated units that were there, increases the density, and we hope it's going to boost the economy. I think they're even having like that first level where they're going to have some shops, some commercial, and just kind of really reviving that area of downtown. How do you see that Buena Vista project reshaping the downtown landscape?
Well, I mean, we have to start with the quality of life that people are going to get. I mean, new buildings, they're going to have amazing places to now live, right? And the amount of people we're going to have down there, of course, it's going to be a boost for our downtown. We'll have people being able to go to our smaller. We're going to have smaller shopping centers out here, which are going to start to thrive when we get more density downtown. So I think it's very important for us to continue to work with that. That is not something that the city led 100%, but it's something that the city has worked with numerous different entities to try to get this done. Like most of our projects, the city of Brownsville can't do anything by themselves.
Mhm.
We need the helps of our citizens, and obviously our state reps and our county commissioners, our county judge, our senators, our congressmen. When we work together, we're able to get to where we need to go.
What message does this send investment wise about Brownsville's priorities? The fact that we're grabbing this area from downtown Brownsville and able to, like you said, get all these partners involved, and a huge shout out to the housing authority and Carla Mancha leading the charge there. But within your district, what do you think that sends as far as Brownsville's priorities? The fact that we're reinvesting in something brand new and beautiful in what was seen as not so beautiful and not so well taken care of in downtown.
So the downtown movement, I like to call it, started before I got here. I mean, I've been lucky to be part of it. Have we made great strides while I've been here? I mean, uh, completely. Uh, it's not the big old shiny stuff when we start doing our drainage. You can't see that, but you can feel it every day that you flush your toilets or you get a rain.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we doing is amazing. It's gonna bring so many more people to downtown with great places to be able to live that I think we're moving in the right direction.
So in that area, then you go a little bit further north, and there's the Samano Building. The historic Samano Building expanded from an 11 million estimate to a 21 million dollar restoration. Most of those that bulk from 11 to 21 million was because of the costs after COVID. So construction costs went up. But the Samano now has 40 restored studio apartments, a BCIC supported grocery store in the first level. Over 40% of it was funded by historic tax credits, backed up by Valley Baptist, HUD, BCIC, and Come Dream, Come Build. What does a Samano building mean for the identity of now where the bigger buildings are in downtown?
Again, I think it's it's every piece has a reason to happen. And when you go out there, I mean, we had the ability to tour that building when they had their ribbon cutting. I believe it was about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It's a great space. Again, we're bringing affordable living to downtown, but we want to mix it with our new restaurants, our bars, our grocery stores. We're not done. We're just getting started. And we can't just look what's happening tomorrow. We really have to plan for our next 5, 10, 15 years.
How important is historic preservation for a growing city?
I think it's very important. I think for our downtown area, these buildings, as long as we get them remodeled, but make them look the way they originally looked, I think it's a great thing for our downtown. It gives us identity, and it continues to let us showcase our culture.
So you've been a big advocate of keeping the historic preservation buildings, but modernizing it a little bit with more trees and shade structures, right?
I think our downtown needs a facelift with trees. I think our palm trees are great, but hey, we have Palm Boulevard. Let's leave them there. We need shaded areas. If we want to walk our downtowns, we need shades. Every Saturday, I go to Linear Park and I take my dog, and then we walk to a coffee shop. And we're walking to a coffee shop. You always have to go. It's right in front of the police station. On the right-hand side, we got no trees. So we need trees to be able to walk. And that's just a little area, right? But our trails are just, if we want to have our city walkable, we need to start putting shades.
Yeah. So, and last piece of the Samano, it's going to have that grocery store. And everybody hurt when HEB pulled out of downtown. That grocery store option, how does that change the dynamic of the people who live downtown?
Oh, it makes it so much more comfortable. What we're doing with our master plan, which we haven't got into, but I'm sure we will, we're trying to make everything commercial downstairs and go residential over. It's a mixed use. I mean, you see it at all the downtowns now across Texas, at least, where we have all these commercial areas on the first floor, residential going up, and I think that's what we're trying to move our downtown towards.
Good. Now, staying in the downtown topic, we're finishing, and I think phase one is done. The restoration of the wastewater modernization of downtown. All the pipes have been replaced. People downtown, the restaurant owners, I'm sure they called you. I'm sure everybody was like, Commissioner Cardenas, why is my street closed? How long is my street going to be closed? What are we doing down here? It's a $14.5 million ARPA funded project that replaced 50-year-old lines, okay, from 7th to 14th Street. And right now, you still feel it. There's still some things going. But the reason for it is it's going to support future housing, future restaurants. What you just finished saying. If we're commercial at the bottom and you want to start building up, you need bigger pipes to handle the growth of downtown. So explain to the viewers, and you can look at that camera if you want to talk to, these are your voters, right? Why is this work critical? And growth comes with growing pains, and we're about to get there with Old Highway 77. But why is this work so critical for the future of Brownsville?
We have to lay our foundation, right? If we don't have a foundation, we can't build on top of it. Uh, Growing pains are terrible. I understand the frustration of having the street across your business, I mean, closed or wide open with dirt flying everywhere. But it's part of progress, and we're trying our best to have it done as quick as possible. Do we have other projects that are taking a lot longer? Yes, we do. I think in our downtown area, although it has been growing pains, it has not been as bad as we have with another big project that we have going on in the city right now.
And obviously, this helps attract private development, redevelopment, right? With a downtown Renaissance master plan, if you tell people that everything under the street that you don't see is healthy and ready for growth, it allows people to say, well, how do I build up? How do I invest in Brownsville?
So you've spoken about as some of your platforms on having a YMCA. Those are big, beautiful, shining buildings that are allowed to be done only if we have the infrastructure to do it. If we don't have the infrastructure to do it, we can't get that done. So I got the bad part of having to do this unsexy buildings, which is our drainage. But it's critical for our everyday life. So it's not only for our development or our developers; it's for our citizens and our current restaurant owners and business owners downtown. This is going to go so far, so long, and it's something that we really needed, and we'll be in a good place for a lot longer time with all these upgrades.
Moving to your project, Old Highway 77. Okay, when you first ran for office, talk to us about like your vision there.
So Old 77. A lot of us know Old 77. A lot of us would never try to drive through Old 77, but it's a huge outlet from that shopping center we have there to from Alton Glore basically to 802. It's something that had to get done. When I was first elected, we started working on it. I mean, I had great support from the rest of the commission, from our city staff, from our city managers. It was two city managers that actually worked on this plan. It was Noel and now uh, Helen.
Helen.
And it's been it's been a great project that is gonna change completely everything on Old 77. Those homes there, those businesses, they're gonna get sidewalks on both sides. They're gonna get new drainage. They didn't have storm drainage. It's a big upgrade for that street.
Better lighting, like lighting, better lighting, a center turning lane, right? It's a total revamp. I think the city of Brownsville has three different types of reconstruction for streets, I believe, right? It's like mill and overlay. I think that's just the top dress, like what they did. You've done a lot of those streets in your district as well. Then there's like the second level, which I don't really know what
So
that's called, right?
you're completely right. So there's, I mean, mill and overlay we can do. I mean, in 4 years we did 60 just in District 4 alone.
Wow.
It was again. It's not that we're doing more in District 4. Is District 4 needed more help, and the commission understood that, and they allowed me to take the lead on a lot of these things while we caught up. Now, Old 77, it's not a laying over mill. That is a complete reconstruction from bottom to top, from our drainage to our lights, from our shades to our sidewalks. It's completely different than anything else we've done in many years in the city of Brownsville. It's more like a text dot kind of street.
Sure.
We go back to International and 14th Street, which we have terrible issues, and it's been dragging on. Well, that's what's happening on our old 77 because it's such a big project. We're on time, but it's just the time is long.
Yeah. And it's expected to be completed, I think, in
2027.
Yeah.
So we have another year of this. I'm sure the worst should start. We should start getting better very soon. They're almost done with all the drainage part, which was something that people couldn't see. So you can't see it, so you believe they're not doing anything. And that was most of the calls that I've been receiving on Old Highway 77 right now.
So talk to us just for everybody that goes, so you invest all this money, you're doing all this stuff. Is it just to get sidewalks? And how does this change the city's mobility? How does it tie into the overall plans of the city, and why is it important?
Well, on that area, specifically on Old 77, we have many hotels out there. We have many restaurants, and we need to have a road, which is also an outlet for our frontage and our expressway. When we have accidents or we have something going on there, we need Old 77 to be an outlet as well. So it's an extremely important road for us just for mobility alone.
Yeah, it's the back end of all those hotels, like you said. I mean,
Yes.
it can't just be the frontage. You've got to be able to go both ways. Um, in downtown, I'm gonna go now back to downtown, but now the nightlife, the whole awards and everything else. But there's now a BTX Connect shuttle that's free every 5 minutes, Thursday through Saturday. Um, how how do you encourage people to go downtown? Like, what is the pitch from the commissioner of District 4? Why should people come dine, shop, eat, and walk our downtown?
Well, our downtown is not like anywhere else in Brownsville. You mentioned that we have these award-winning restaurants and bars now downtown. It's not just that. We still have our old mom and pop, smaller, old restaurants, which are staples to the city, right? We have our burgers just a couple of blocks down from here.
Rutledge.
Rutledge.
Shout out to Rutledge.
I mean, we have so much downtown. Why were people not wanting to come downtown? We had issues with our parking, which we still have issues with parking. We're gonna get to that.
Every downtown has issues with parking.
Every downtown has issues with parking. I was in College Station the other day. I mean, parking over there is $5 an hour. You stay at a hotel there, it's $55 to park your car overnight. Everybody has issues with parking. What are we doing to fix the issues with parking? Well, for our nightlife, as you said, we have our BTX Connect, which you can park a couple of blocks off from the restaurant and take the shuttle to the restaurant. You can go to the bars. We're working with a local investor here now who's trying to do a park and ride under the expressway. I mean, we're looking into the multi-level parking, which we're very close to starting to fund it. So we have so many things down here. It's time, right? What we need is time. And that is something that you can't just ask for and expect people to be okay with it. So as long as we continue to tell them why we're doing things and how we're doing them, I think we'll be all right.
We're in the final stages of adopting the new downtown Renaissance master plan. I think there was workshops with Legos that people could put what they wanted to see. I know that for sure what the viewers are going to see in this beautiful master plan is a unified design and zoning vision, the streets and the lighting improvements, historic preservation, parking and mobility, everything we just talked about, riverfront integration, and business recruitment strategy. Just overall, you were part of that workshop. What do you see the future of downtown looking like? Now let's talk 5-10 years from now. Let's talk 10 years from now. The legacy. You're done being the District 4 commissioner. What does downtown look like?
Well,
in your opinion?
In my opinion, in 10, 15 years, I don't think this is a 4 or 5 year project. I mean, our Renaissance plan is very, very complete. It is. I think we're gonna like it. We had a lot of people bring their personal input into it. We had workshops, and I think what we all want, we want a downtown that could sustain itself. We want a downtown where you could park uh, and get to that restaurant you want to go to go to our bookshop. We will be opening a bookshop very soon, our second, but
Mhm.
our only bookshop isn't downtown right now.
Mhm.
You want to do another shout out?
Yeah, to Bujo.
So I mean, downtown is a great thing right now, but what we're trying to do as a commission is make it a downtown where people will visit from out of town. We want that downtown where you can go to the restaurants and you can stay downtown. You can go to that river park that we're trying
The
to work with.
Riverfront project. Yeah.
We're trying to work with the county on. It, these are huge projects. These are 10-year projects, which
But you're a big champion, and you talked about it a little bit ago, is beautifying downtown. I know
yeah,
that getting shade, getting more greenery, getting areas, maybe even water splash pads. I mean, things where people could just walk that downtown. You've been really trying to push for that. For like you said, you take your dog out to Linear Park, you start walking around, and it's not that walkable because it's hot.
it's
And
hot.
in Brownsville, it's hot all
Yeah,
the time.
we're 90 degrees, right? Most of the year we're over 90 degrees. Uh, January we may hit 80 if we're lucky. So yes, it's not very walkable because we don't have that shade. I mean, what's an easier, sooner short vision would be trees downtown.
Mhm.
Uh, it's let's make our downtown walkable so you don't mind walking those 2 blocks when you park somewhere. It's very hard if you're not going to a mall
Mhm.
to park 100 meters from the stores. But that's anywhere in the United States. It's not just Brownsville downtown. So I think what we're trying to get done with our mobility plan as well is figure out what streets we can kind of play with as a hey, during these times of the year, let's have these streets walkable where you can walk on, let's say, Adams Street,
Like 6th Street in Austin.
like 6th Street in
They
Austin.
close it on the
Close it on the
weekends.
weekends. New Orleans does it. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a lot of these places who do this. So I think it's important for us to start looking. We're not trying to invent the wheel. Let's
Yeah.
just bring it down and see how we can get it to work for Brownsville.
We just did a city joint and county tours, and part of that, we used to have our own. We combined, and I was fortunate to be sitting on the commission with you when we approved that. That gets us to reinvest those funds locally. It now the county tours and the city tours are one, so it doubles the pot of monies to unlock projects. And right now, one of the projects that everybody knows about is that Riverside project, because it came out in the news. Somebody, I think, got out there and said, we're going to have all this beautiful hotel and like a San Antonio River walk on our river, front facing Matamoros, with mixed housing, restaurants, boardwalks, trails, flood mitigation, and tourism growth. Um, whether that gets built or not, that's a private entity. Um, how big of a milestone is it just to amplify the tours? And what would you recommend people who want to invest in downtown?
Well, I think to invest in downtown, you have to come downtown, take a look at it, talk to the business owners, see what's going on. The city has, I mean, the first Fridays, we do so many events downtown trying to continue to have people come down and enjoy it once. Once you come downtown, you'll come back. Um, we used to have a couple of more issues with our lighting, our alleys. I mean, we've been working on our alleys. And you drive around downtown now and you start seeing these alleys that are starting to become, hey, maybe we can do this alley activation parties. Maybe we can have some type of different little restaurants in our alleys, trying
I
just to
think
make this.
even you guys were talking about even beautifying the alleys and do artwork murals on the
Yeah, so
alleys.
so there's so many things that we're trying to do. I mean, we have great boards with great people, and we don't do this alone. And you know this, Commissioner. It's we need input, and we need to know what it is you want to see, and then obviously we can't do everything, but we will really consider it, take it up and say, hey, we can do this, this, and this, and go from there. So I think these alleys, I mean, we're very close to hopefully starting with one of
Mhm.
these really beautification of alleys, uh, which will be something different in our downtown. I mean, we've spoken about downtown, we've spoken about some streets, but we've missed a little bit of our parks. I mean, Oliveira Park, we had over $1.2 million worth of new lights out there. Uh,
That was a big deal you pushed. I mean, Pedro, your son, played soccer his whole life there.
played soccer forever there, and those lights were the same ones that when we played soccer there. It was the same old lights. The only difference was the train wasn't driving by, right? It wasn't going by, but everything else was basically the same. So I think that those lights, I mean, we want our kids off the streets. We want our kids to be able to enjoy our parks. And when we have good lighting, that brings the ability for us to keep hosting our kids a little
Mhm.
longer at night. So if they're out there playing soccer till 8 or 9, well, that's a lot better than having them go home at 6 and see what they're start playing on that iPad.
Yeah.
So I think that we're doing a great job. I mean, our trail system. I don't use our trails, but it's not about what Pedro does or Pedro doesn't do. It's about what the community wants. And I think that now that we have our trails, what do I want to champion? I want to champion trees on our trails. I think that we need to have trees. We need to have water. We need to have a security phone, and we have to make sure that we cut our grass.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That we
there's
take
so
care of.
many other things that we got to take care of what we have right now.
So let's talk just, yeah, the last segment for me is the future. Like, deep dive the future. We had a federally approved fourth bridge in Brownsville that would land, again, another bridge in your district. How does the West Rail Trail and Fourth International Bridge, that whole corridor of Alton Glore and everything, how does that connect? And what do you think, thinking 15, 25 years from now, the potential of that mobility and the growth of Brownsville in that area of, like you said, you go all the way to San Pedro. What does that do for that area of Brownsville?
Um, I mean, Brownsville cannot grow to the south, right? We can't grow to the south. We can grow north. We can grow a little east, but we can basically just grow north. So our military highway
Mhm.
area, which if you haven't driven by there or don't go to veterans often, we have a brand new Starbucks out there. We have a McDonald's out there. We have our Tractor Supply now, and it continues to grow. We have it's about 4 or 5 new subdivisions popping up over there. We've had dozens of new subdivisions popping up everywhere on in District 4. What do we need to do? Well, we need to be able to connect from one side to the other. We have our trail system, but our trail is also, we have the ability to put our road in.
Mm.
And we are doing that road from 802 to Alton Glore. But what do we need to do? We need to connect our downtown to our north side of Brownsville. And we can't just do it through our expressways.
Yeah.
So that is what I see in the future for Brownsville. I see that road, that old railroad track becoming not only a trail but also a road.
That connects Alton all the way to downtown.
It should go all the way to Pulga 77 is where it should go to.
Wow.
I mean, that's how far we need to be thinking ahead of this. We need to have our loops. We need to have our alternate routes there where we can get north to south as well.
So I talked a lot about different projects that were on my list. Anything that we didn't talk about? I know you talked a little bit about Oliveira, but anything else during your time that you've been working on, or something that you're looking forward to within the district that we didn't discuss today?
Well, I also think it's important for us not to look as Brownsville just as 4 districts. We have to look at it as a whole city.
Sure.
So everything we do in one district has to help another district. Um, Brownsville is not cut in 4 pieces and we can just say, hey, this is one district, whatever happens here, it's good for everybody. No, I mean,
Mhm.
we need to look at the good for Brownsville. And I think that when we look further and open our eyes to what we're trying to do as a commission, that's when people understand why things happen. Uh, what can I speak to? I mean, I think that our new security, our police station that we're building is it's going to be incredible for Brownsville. I mean, we've had a police department. If you've ever walked in there, it's crowded, no natural light. It's small. and our city continues to grow. So as I mentioned a little while ago, we're growing north. So where should we put our police station? Well, let's move north, and we had that groundbreaking as well. Our industrial park, I think, is something we didn't touch on because it may not be in our district.
Sure.
But once again, it is.
But it affects all of Brownsville.
It affects all of Brownsville. So let's just continue to work together. I know trust is hard for people to give politicians, but it's important for you to at least be informed before you question why we're doing something.
Any shout outs, any thank yous to anybody?
No, I like to thank you for having me here. Obviously the team here and in great space here. I've been up here once or twice, never sat on this table, but thank you for having me here. I just think that we have to continue to work together. And if we continue to work together from city all the way up to our congressmen, we'll get things done. We have to leave party lines aside. We have to leave personal ideology on some things aside and work for the well-being of Brownsville. And when we do that, nobody's going to stop us.
Commissioner, thank you so much for taking the time. Brownsville, that's Commissioner Pedro Cardenas, our District 4 Commissioner on his second term. So many projects that have been established and will continue to be established under his term here and his time as our commissioner. Fun fact, a lot of people don't know, but Pedro and I have been friends for a very long time. We were in the same carpool together when we were kids. We grew up together went to the same school, and nothing gives me greater honor than to be able to serve the great city of Brownsville with not just a great friend, but just someone who really champions our city and does just a great job and does it with humility. Pedro, thank you so much for being on the show. That concludes our second season of our second series of the second season of Brownsville at Large. See you next time, Brownsville. Commissioner, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Tino.
Brownsville at Large, voices that shine, telling our stories one episode at a time. News, ideas, and local pride. Tune in now, come along for the ride.